You wake up at 5 a.m. The room is completely dark. Your alarm is screaming on the nightstand. You reach out, turn it off, and grab your phone. Before you even sit up, the screen glows in your face. 52 unread emails. 3 urgent messages from your team. 2 calendar alerts about meetings you are not prepared for. Your stomach does that familiar uncomfortable flip. You built this business to be free. You wanted to own your calendar. You wanted to spend dinner with your family without looking at your pocket every 5 minutes. But right now, you have built yourself a high-stress, 60-hour-a-week prison. And the boss running this prison is a complete micromanager. That boss is you. But what if the problem isn't your work ethic? What if you don't need to work harder? What if the real mistake is doing work that was never meant for humans in the first place? We have been conditioned to believe a massive lie. It is a generational lie. If you are over 40, you grew up watching your parents grind. They taught you that more hours equals more success. They taught you that if you just stay at the office until 8 p.m., you will get ahead. So you carried that rule into your own business. But the math of scale is brutal. You only have 24 hours in a single day. If your business relies on your physical hours to survive, you have hit a hard ceiling. You cannot work 80 hours a week forever. You cannot work 100 hours. Your body will eventually break. Your family will start to feel like strangers. Your health will pay a price you cannot afford. To break through this ceiling, you do not need more sweat. You do not need to drink more coffee and sleep less. You need leverage, but not the old school kind of leverage. In the past, leverage meant hiring more people. It meant building a massive team of employees. But you know what that brings? High labor costs. Endless management drama. More payroll pressure every single month. Today, you do not need human leverage to scale. You need digital leverage. Let's look at the real financial crime happening in your business right now. It is the math of your personal time. Let's say your business generates, or should generate, $150 an hour for your high-level expertise. That is your true value. That is what clients pay you for. But on a typical Tuesday, what are you actually doing? You spend 2 hours copying customer names from your emails into a spreadsheet. You spend another hour sending follow-up messages to people who didn't reply to your proposal. You spend another 40 minutes trying to schedule a single phone call. Does Tuesday work for you? No. How about Thursday morning? I have a dentist appointment Thursday. Can we do Friday? This is not executive work. This is digital manual labor. And here is the painful math. When you spend 3 hours a day doing basic data entry, you are paying yourself $150 an hour to do a $15 and whore job. You are literally throwing hundreds of dollars into a trash can every single day. Why do we do this? Because it triggers a small dopamine hit in our brain. Your brain loves checking off easy tasks. It makes you feel busy, and when you feel busy, you feel productive. But your bank account does not care about how busy you are. Your bank account only cares about high-leverage decisions. It cares about closing deals, improving your service, and finding new clients. This is where AI automation steps in. And let's be completely honest here. Artificial intelligence is not a sci-fi robot coming to take over your office. It is not a complicated entity you need a computer science degree to understand. It is simply a highly trained digital assistant, an assistant that never sleeps, an assistant that never asks for a raise, an assistant that never takes a sick day or complains about the workload. And it costs less than a single business lunch per month. But you might be thinking, I am over 40. I didn't grow up coding. I don't want to learn how to program. The good news is, you don't have to. The modern business world runs on no-code platforms. No. Code simply means visual building blocks. If you can drag an icon on your computer screen, you can automate your company. Think of it like digital Legos. You connect one block to another, and the system runs itself in the background. Let's look at exactly how this looks in a real day-to-day business scenario. We will call this the lead's nightmare versus the automated flow. In the nightmare scenario, a hot prospective client visits your website at 11 p.m. They are excited. They want to hire you. They fill out your contact form, but because it is 11 p.m., you are asleep. That contact form sits in your email inbox all night. It sits there during your morning commute. By the time you finally open your laptop at 9:30 a.m., 10 hours have passed. In that 10-hour window, that client got impatient. They went back to Google. They contacted 3 of your competitors. One of those competitors responded within 5 minutes. You lost the client before you even had your morning coffee. Now, let's look at the automated flow. The same client visits your website at 11 p.m. They fill out the form, but this time, the moment they hit submit, a silent digital trigger fires. An AI system instantly reads the form. It acts as your virtual gatekeeper. It checks the client's industry, their budget, and their specific needs. If they are a perfect fit for your high-ticket service, the AI immediately writes a response. This is not a generic cold email template. It is a highly personalized message that references their specific business challenges. It includes a dynamic booking link. The client clicks the link, sees your real-time availability, and books a call for Thursday morning. But the automation doesn't stop there. Simultaneously, the system creates a new profile in your digital filing cabinet. It creates a dedicated folder in your Google Drive for this client. It drafts a customized project proposal based on their industry, and leaves it in your drafts folder. And it sends a quick notification to your phone so you can see the update. All of this happens in exactly 90 seconds, while you are fast asleep, dreaming. When you wake up at 5 a.m., the world has changed. You don't have to spend your morning chasing down cold leads. You don't have to send awkward scheduling emails. Instead, you open your calendar. You have 2 pre-qualified meetings already locked in. The proposal is 60% written and waiting for your final human touch. That is not a futuristic fantasy. That is how modern, lean, highly profitable businesses operate today. It is how a small team of 3 people can easily produce a traditional competitor with 30 employees. They are not smarter than you. They are not working harder than you. They just have better digital leverage. But let's address the elephant in the room. Many business owners over 40 worry about this transition. They tell me, if I automate everything, won't my business feel cold? Won't my long-term clients hate talking to a software program? The answer is a resounding no. And the reason is deeply counterintuitive. Think about your busiest, most stressful days, when you are completely overwhelmed with administrative chores. When you are drowning in invoices and data entry, how do you treat your clients then? You rush them off the phone. You take 3 days to reply to their urgent questions because you are buried under paperwork. You are distracted during meetings because your mind is racing with operational stress. Now, imagine all of that noise is gone. Imagine 90% of your administrative chores are handled perfectly by background systems. Your mind is clear. Your schedule has breathing room. When you actually sit down to speak with a client, you are fully present. You have the mental energy to listen to their problems. You have the time to offer real custom solutions. Your customer service becomes far more personal because you finally have the bandwidth to care. Automation does not make your business robotic. It eliminates the robotic tasks so you can finally be human again. So, let's do a simple, honest audit of your business today. Open your calendar for next week. Look at every single hourly block. Ask yourself, how many of those hours are spent on high-level growth strategy? How many hours are spent building relationships with your best clients? And how many hours are spent on digital chores, shuffling files from one folder to another, typing the exact same emails for the 100th time, updating manual spreadsheets that should update themselves? You are a business owner. You are a director. You are an expert in your field. You are not a software integration. Your job is to steer the ship, not to shovel the coal into the engine. To scale your company and protect your profit margins in today's market, you do not need to sacrifice your personal life. You do not need to work 60 hours a week. You just need to delegate the machine work to the machines. Start small. You do not need to automate your entire company overnight. Just pick one repetitive task that you do every single day. Maybe it is sending a welcome sequence to new clients. Maybe it is generating standard invoices. Automate just that one thing this week. Watch how it feels to have that task completed perfectly in the background while you focus on high-value work. It is a powerful feeling. Once you free up your first 3 hours, you will want to free up 10, then 20. And suddenly, you are no longer the bottleneck of your own company. Your business can scale, but your stress levels don't have to. The next time you wake up at 5 a.m., don't reach for your phone with anxiety. Don't feel that heavy weight in your chest. Take a slow, peaceful sip of your coffee. Look out the window and watch the sunrise. Open your dashboard and see the tasks that were completed while you slept. Your business is running smoothly. Your leads are being nurtured. Your systems are humming. And you finally get to decide what to do with your day. You built your business to buy your freedom back. It is time to finally start owning it.